think we're good there, yeah?
It should be.
All right. Sup, everybody? I'm here with Jose Torres, and I am Nelson Arias. You want to tell people about yourself a bit?
Originally from Philly, North Philadelphia. Moved up to Langhorne now. Got 6 kids. Married twice. So I'm a busy man.
I'm doing a video with Jose because he wants to participate in the Pound of Flesh promotion. He's on the track to lose weight, and that's why we're here, so he can tell his story. And I know originally we had talked, I've tattooed him before, I should say that. And we've talked a lot about your history or whatever. And can you kind of go into like your youth and you being involved in sports and being fit and then that sort of stuff?
Yeah, so I've always been a big guy. So I've always fluctuated in weight. In high school, I maxed out at about 285, 290,
How tall are you?
5'9".
Okay.
So, but I played sports, played football, was on the wrestling team. Used to do a lot of weightlifting. Before school, after school.
Would you say you were like way overweight?
Yeah, at that point, I didn't feel like I was obese. I didn't feel
Right.
like, my weight was an issue.
Yeah.
Because I was active.
Right,
I was
yeah.
active a
Yep.
lot of the time, and I'm Puerto Rican.
Right, right, yeah.
We eat rice and beans.
I know, dude.
Fried chicken.
Tortillas,
and
tamales,
anything you can
empanadas.
think that's unhealthy.
Right, right, right.
Um,
Well, most things are. It's a lot of carbs and a lot of fried foods.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. And
Definitely.
high sodium.
And we weren't. My mom never forced us to eat vegetables or
Right.
fruit or anything like that.
Well, I find that in our culture, there's very little vegetables.
Yeah.
Like whenever we do eat vegetables, they're cooked into the food.
Exactly.
So you're kind of losing all the nutrients by cooking them so much. But yeah, we don't have like, broccoli on the side or like,
Right,
Even our salads are weak, dog. It's like lettuce with lime and a little salt
and tomato.
and a couple tomatoes, little cucumber in there. You know. what I
Pretty
mean?
much.
It's pretty primitive.
So it's not. You're not taught to be healthy. You're
Right.
not
Nutrition.
taught-
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not taught that as a kid, especially in the Spanish culture.
Right.
Because they give you a plate this big filled with rice, a mound of rice,
Yeah.
and they expect you to finish it.
Dog,
all.
I was just about to say that. I literally remember my mom going, "Comete el arroz." Like,
Yeah.
dog, like, why? It's empty calories, dude. Like, but
And you
yeah.
get there's kids starving out there.
Well, I think that's where it comes from. I
Yeah.
think like they grew up like extremely poor, a poor that we'll never know.
Right.
And then I think it's the fear that food might not be coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think it does come from a place of like love and caution, but
Yeah, it definitely is. They just want the best for you.
Right.
Especially, back then. But yeah, going back to the whole weight thing, like it was never an issue. I was not, morbidly obese. Then a few years later, I got married to my first wife when I was 21,
okay.
23 actually. I had my first son when I was 21. And I got into fitness and I got into kind of bodybuilding per se.
Okay.
Not to compete, but just for me, I wanted
No,
to
I know what
look
you mean.
good.
Yeah.
So at the time I was like 295 and I got down to 220 and I got
Wow.
shredded and I
Wow.
was like 8% body fat.
Yeah.
But then I started squatting. I started doing the powerlifting thing.
Okay.
So I got up to 615 pounds of squatting.
How much?
615 pounds.
Whoa.
Squatting.
Jesus.
And the last time I ever squatted 615, my knee popped.
Wow.
20 years later, now I'm 43,
Mhm.
and my knees are shot.
Yeah, of course.
From football, from weightlifting. So come back to after I got married, at 25, I got hurt. I
Right.
stopped working out.
Plus,
started
you
getting
gain
big
weight
again.
just getting married, man.
Yeah.
It's just you
That
kind of
is
start
true.
chilling out. You know what I mean?
But I gained a ton of weight. I went back up to like 295, 300, to the point where now I have 2 bad knees. I was in the hospital for congestive heart failure.
Shit.
When I had my congestive heart failure, I was 383 pounds.
Wow, man.
So 100 pounds, pretty much more than I've ever weighed before.
Hmm. It's
And
a lot of stress on your body.
which took my knees out.
That much weight on your body 24 hours a day is stressful on your body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how you were saying when you would squat, that put pressure on your knees to the point where you needed surgery. How much did you squat?
615 pounds.
615 pounds. So I mean, there are humans, right, that have an excess of 400, 500 pounds on them. That's the same pressure you're putting on your knee 24 hours a day. Like you were just squatting here and there. But it's like, I think people don't realize the amount of pressure you're putting on your body. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's definitely, it takes its toll
Yeah.
on your day-to-day life.
Fuck yeah. If I put on a 300 pound vest
Yeah.
and walked around, I'd be exhausted by 3 p.m. You know what I'm saying?
You're tired, you're in pain. And me, I have the bad knees, I have the bad back. And that wasn't due to the weight,
Sure.
but
It
the
didn't
weight
help.
didn't help.
Right, yeah.
And the weight now is making that so much harder.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm sitting down, I'm good.
Right.
But when I go to get up
Yeah.
to, get a drink of water or do anything like
Yeah.
that, or just to move,
Yeah.
the first 2 minutes are painful.
Yeah.
Because I got to get the legs moving again.
I hear you. And I think that's where I sympathize, right? Because the older I get, my back injuries from soccer, my feet injuries, I have a knee injury. I can't imagine like dealing with this and having, like I said, like a imaginary vest of like 200-300 pounds.
Right.
Dog, that would fucking hurt my knee, dog.
It would
Like
not be
it would,
fun.
my toe, oh my god, it would just swell up. My back, my lower back would be shot
Yeah.
if I had more weight on me.
It puts pressure on your back and everything.
Yeah, man.
So it just makes your everyday routines
Yeah.
so much tougher.
Right.
From just getting out of bed, or
Yeah.
putting on your socks, or putting on your shoes,
Yeah.
or walking 100 feet to go get something, or I have 6 kids.
Yeah.
My kids range from twin 2-year-olds to 19-year-olds.
Right.
So I can't run around with my kids right now.
Right. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
limited in what I can do.
Yeah. Does that affect you, you think, like emotionally?
Mentally, emotionally, it does
Yeah.
affect you
Yeah.
because you feel like you're not doing everything you can.
Yeah.
And I know I'm a great father.
Right.
I
You
do
are, yeah.
the best I can for my kids, and I provide for my kids and all that.
Sure.
But it sucks when 15 years ago I was running around a field, a soccer field
Right.
with my son,
Right.
and now with my new kids,
Yep.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't even run after them right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And it's because I was 383 pounds,
Right.
2 months ago.
Right.
And right now I'm down to like 358. So
Yeah.
I'm
Congrats, man.
trying to lose the weight, and I want to get back down. As a man,
Yeah.
we're idiots because
Yeah.
we don't like to ask for help.
Right. Yeah.
And sometimes you need help and you need knowledge
Yeah.
from people that actually know.
We're our
and
own
been
worst
there.
enemies.
We
Yeah.
truly are.
Yeah.
And I learned that, put your pride aside.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter that you used to squat 615. You can't squat that shit now.
Right.
And I probably never will squat that again.
Right.
And I don't need to.
Yeah.
I'm married. I
Well,
got 6
yeah.
kids. Who
What are
am
you
I
trying to prove?
impress? I'm trying
Yeah.
to impress nobody.
Right,
I just
right,
want to
right.
play with my kids.
Exactly.
I've been hospitalized probably 4 or 5 times in the last 5 years.
Shit, man.
And 3 years ago, about 3 years ago, I lost 96 pounds. Actually, about 3 years ago, right before when my 3-year-old was born. And what ended up happening was I got hospitalized because I have high blood pressure.
Right.
And my high blood pressure apparently was out of control. I was sleeping, I woke up, and I was gushing blood from my nose.
What the fuck?
Like if you turn on the water, the fountain,
Yeah. And
there was no stopping it.
And that was from the blood pressure.
My blood pressure got so high that the artery leading to my brain in my nose burst. God. And I bled out. Thank God.
Yeah.
Because if not, I would have had a brain aneurysm.
Right.
I probably would have died.
Yeah, my uncle had that.
Yeah. They pack my nose. Basically, they take a tampon.
Right. Yeah, I've seen
and make it disappear.
Yeah.
And it is fucking painful.
Wow.
So I was completely out of it. I was so drugged up with morphine and everything else. I
Right.
was out of it. And I just remember waking up the one day, it was like my second day and third day in the hospital. And my wife was pissed at me
Mm-hmm.
because I wouldn't take care of myself.
Right. Had she been on like your diet and all
Oh,
that kind
she's
of
been
stuff?
on my ass for years.
Damn.
You need to get healthy. You know, when I first met you,
Yeah.
when we first met 10 years ago, I was in
Always,
shape.
always listen to your wife.
Yeah. Nice plug. But I woke up and she was on the side of my bed crying,
Right.
hysterically crying.
Damn.
And I looked at her and I go, "What's wrong?" She goes, "I'm preparing myself to be a widow."
Damn. Yeah, man. Real
And
shit.
that fucked me up
Yeah.
when she said that shit.
Yeah,
We
man.
had a newborn baby. We just got married,
Yeah, dude. That's
and
heavy.
you know, I was like, "I promise you, I'm gonna change." I'm like,
Right.
"No bullshit. I will change. I will make the change you need me to make."
Yeah.
So right after I got out the hospital, recovered a little bit, waited like 2 weeks, started working out, uh, lost 96 pounds.
Awesome.
So lost 96 pounds, got in shape, and then like most people my size or in my situation, you get complacent.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost 96 pounds. I'm
Right.
good.
Yeah.
I started eating pizza again.
Yeah.
I don't have to work out.
Dude,
I missed this
you
day.
don't have to be that big. I do it.
You know?
I lose 10 pounds. I'm like, fuck it. I just start eating out
Yeah.
more and
You
boom.
feel like you're good, and
Yep.
and you're gonna skip a day at the gym
Yep.
because you're good and you lost all this weight, and you can continue and you get right back on it.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
You're lying to yourself.
It's also a sense of like, I deserve this.
Right.
It's like, I lost 10 pounds. Shit, I'm celebrating. I deserve this. I earned this.
Right.
And it's like, well, that's the same behavior that got you here.
And I'm nobody to preach on how to lose weight
Right.
or how to not lose weight.
Right.
Because what worked for me might not work for you.
Right. Yeah.
You
That's
know?
absolutely true.
I'm not gonna preach to people. I'm not. Oh, you need to lose weight. You need to get help. I'm a fat body.
Right.
You know, that's what I prefer. I'm a fat body. I can't preach that to nobody. It's not fair for me to judge someone who's in my same situation.
Yeah. But I think that's the point, though, is like, we're not judging.
Right.
Right.
You're
I
just
mean,
trying to help people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, people need motivation.
Mhm.
I'm at a point now where 2 months ago, before I started losing weight, dude, I'll be honest with you, and I told my wife the same thing. Not even death motivates me anymore.
Yeah.
The fact of me dying because I'm fat, because I'm obese, because I'm not taking care of myself, doesn't scare me no more.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't motivate me.
Yeah.
My kids, I love to death,
Right.
don't motivate me no more.
No, I hear you.
You know?
I
So-
don't think it motivates. I don't think it's you specifically. I think just in general, like when you see really obese people, it just that connect. There's something about not making that connection.
It's hard to get out of, and honestly, you can only do it for yourself.
Right.
Like, and that's where I'm at the point where I was just like, I'm looking for something to motivate me. Nothing's really motivating me, so what am I gonna do?
Right.
Like, I feel like I'm pretty successful. I have a really good life. I have a beautiful wife. I have 6 beautiful kids. You know, I have great kids. I live a decent life.
Right.
You know, me and my wife are starting our own business, you know. So we're doing things to enjoy life, to make life better for us.
Right.
I'm not going to be around in 10 years to enjoy that shit.
Right. That's the reality.
I'm
of
not.
it. No, statistically, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I won't make it to 50 if
Right.
I continue in the way I'm going.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I'm doing all this to have a better life for my kids and for my wife. But what about me?
Yeah, man.
You know?
And I think that I think what you're touching on is really deep for men, especially fathers. It's like, as a father, that's what we do. It's like, dude, we really do put ourselves last. Like everything we do, everything every day is my family, my family, my family, my family.
But that's what a good father does.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
You know, you're on your back burner. You are the back burner.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you put your kids front, and you
Mhm.
put your wife in front, and that's what you should do. But in the long run, in the
Right.
longevity of things, you need to put
Yeah.
time for yourself.
At some point, yeah. At
You know,
some point, you have to
something's gotta
say,
give. You know, people, when you walk in the store to get clothing and you're my
Yeah.
size, you're like, fuck, I gotta shop at Big and Tall.
Right.
I
Yeah.
can't go shop at Target, because guess what? They only go to a size
Yeah.
42.
Yeah, man.
My thighs are size 42.
Right, right, right.
So.
Now it's funny because my best friend, he lost a lot of weight, and it was funny because like I always thought it'd be like just other things you could enjoy. His biggest enjoyment is getting graphic tees.
Yeah, that's
That,
awesome.
like dog, like he's like cool. I could get like graphic tees at Target now.
That feeling is
Yeah.
euphoric.
Yeah.
Like it is a great feeling for a guy like me
Yeah.
who's a size 54 waist,
Yeah.
which could probably wrap around you 3 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
To go into a store and just pick out a size 40 and an XL shirt,
Right.
and you know it's gonna fit. And skinny people can't relate.
No, not
You
at
know?
all, man. I mean,
Um,
I wouldn't consider myself skinny, but I've noticed so many of those nuances. Like, I can't get shirts and stuff like that. That like I never thought of before.
Yeah.
Like I've gone to restaurants with my bigger friends, and they're like booth or table. I'm like booth, and they're like whoa 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 nah man,
I can't fit in the booth.
dog. Like
My stomach be like this.
my dude, I don't think of shit like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So there's like all these little
Because it's not your everyday. It's not something you deal with on an everyday
Right,
basis.
yeah.
It's what we deal with on an everyday
Right.
basis.
and honestly, all those little things is what started to make me concerned for my friends. Started to make me sympathetic for my friends. Started to make me kind of like shit, man. I wanna play a part in like doing something, man,
Right.
because it's hard to watch. It's like everywhere we go, movie theaters, you name it, dude. It's always gonna be an issue, and I never
Yeah.
thought of that. Like, as somebody who's not obese, you almost have like a freedom. It's like you can do whatever you want, whenever you want.
You can fit in. You can go into a roller coaster,
Right?
and you don't have to sit in the middle because the
Anything.
middles are just for big people.
Yeah.
Um, it's true, but like you as a skinny person,
I'm not skinny.
you know what I'm
Thanks,
saying,
man.
in a better shape than my
I
ass is.
appreciate it.
You can't take fault for that. Like
Right.
you
No,
can't
for
put that
sure.
blame on yourself because that's not your problem. That's
No,
not
for
your
sure.
fault. Because you're just chilling with your boys. You're
Right,
not thinking,
right.
yo, Jose can't fit his fat ass in the booth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I have motivation now to lose weight.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I want to live.
Right.
But as you know, I like to get tattooed.
Right. Right.
So, like, what you're doing is amazing. Like, I think
Appreciate
it's like the greatest idea, one of the greatest ideas for someone, who likes tattoos, who is obese, or who is fat, or who just needs to lose 20 pounds.
Right.
It could be anybody. If 20 pounds makes you happy, 20 pounds make you
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
So what you're doing is awesome because a person like me that likes that tattoo and, to be like, hey, if I lose weight, I get a free tattoo if I lose 100 pounds.
Right.
In
In a healthy way.
a healthy way.
Don't go losing 100 pounds.
Don't
in like a
don't
month
go
and
start
shit.
smoking crack just to lose 100 pounds to get tatted.
Right.
Because when you get fat, that shit stretches out. It don't look so good.
Right.
Like that's awesome that someone like me has an extra incentive
Sure.
to lose that weight.
Yeah.
And quick story. This morning I called my brother-in-law because my brother-in-law is as big as me. We're both in the 370, 380 range.
Right.
And he said he was going to lose weight. And he was going to post it on Facebook. And I don't mean to put him on blast. And, I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? He wants to get tattooed. I'm thinking, he's competitive like me by nature.
Boom. There you go.
So if he's competitive like me by nature,
Yeah.
why not take that angle?
Absolutely.
And then hey, look, my boy Nelson's doing this tattoo, thing. You lose some weight, you get 6-hour session.
Right.
Yeah.
And
if you lose 50 pounds, you get 50% off. You
Right.
lose 100 pounds, it's a free tattoo.
Right.
5 herniated discs in my back.
Right.
If I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I told him, dude, I work out for 20 minutes every other day.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I'm
Yeah.
not doing my 1.5, 2 hour workout that I used to
fuck
do.
that, man. You'll kill yourself.
And you can eat, but it's portion control and
Right.
it's eating the right things. But if you do it the healthy way, you're eating chicken breast, you're eating salmon. I'm a meat eater, so I eat steak.
Yeah.
I eat pork chops.
Yeah.
You know, I like my eggs white. I like tuna fish. I like, you know.
They say like steak is not a healthy meat, but dude, I feel way better like when I eat red meat.
It's
like
delicious.
like
First off,
steak. Well, fuck yeah, it's all spongy and shit, soaking up them flavors. When I eat a steak, I'm not as hungry.
right.
Yeah, man, and you know, I poop better. I poop better with red meat, dog. It's just a rock. I'm in and out. It's done.
Well, with protein constipates you.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like a balance in the middle somewhere.
You
Like
know?
maybe we need to have some dryness when you're pooping, because that shit is awesome. You go to wipe and it's like the invisible wipe. You're like, oh shit, what did I shit? Like
Nothing
clear?
came out.
I shitted a clear turd. What the fuck? Oh yeah, it's a solid poop, dude. It's a manly poop.
Yeah.
And none of that soft shit. Oh,
Oh man, no 15-minute wipes.
Right? Just wipe 3 flushes.
What the
I
fuck?
don't want to clog up the toilet. Just flush it. Flush. I don't want to clog it up.
That's funny.
You're participating.
Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely participating.
Awesome, man. And you know, if your brother wants to, send him my way, man. Like, you know, I would. The more participation, man. I'd be so ecstatic.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. Like, it really is. Like, it's just another motivation factor for someone that lacks motivation,
right,
or has given up on life. Living's hard, and dying's easy, you know. And there comes a time and a period in your life where you don't give a shit, or
right,
you don't give a, you know,
right,
crap if you die or not.
Yeah.
Because guess what? When you die, you're done.
Right.
And you don't have to worry about nothing anymore.
Yeah.
But you don't take consideration what you're leaving behind,
right,
and the people that are going to suffer. And it's
right,
a selfish way of looking at it. You know, it's the same thing. You know, if you touch on, you know, people that are suicidal and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, there's reasons why they're suicidal.
Right.
But there's help out there.
Right.
There is help, and I'm a 43-year-old Hispanic male who is taught to you don't talk about your feelings.
Right.
You don't show weakness.
Yeah.
And you always have to be the alpha.
Yeah.
At 43, I learned those are not true.
Yeah.
Our role as men is not what our daddies taught us.
Right.
It's not factual. You don't have to be alpha all the time. You don't you can allow yourself to be vulnerable.
Right.
Especially to your wife.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't have to be the hard ass all the time.
Right.
You know, and just asking for help is the first step. Yeah. And our stubbornness doesn't allow us to ask for help.
In all fairness, our dads and our granddads taught us to be that way because the world that they came from, they did need to be that way.
Right.
Like, I mean, these dudes, Jesus Christ, the stories I hear are just like, what the fuck?
A lot tougher times.
Yeah, man. People think they have a hard life, and it's like, dude, just stop and look at your life.
Yeah. It's
fucking amazing.
Just look at the positives. Yeah, there's always gonna be negative. Because
yeah.
That's life.
But you can't go through life thinking of how much better your life can be. And I feel like people start to suffer from depression and anxiety when they start looking at life that way. It's like, man, if I had gone to college, look at that guy, he has this. And it's like, well, don't look at the things you don't have, or could have had, or should have had. You know what I'm saying? Like, life ain't fair.
No.
And as depressing as that sounds, you know, that is an age-old saying for a reason. The reason that sayings last so long is because they're true.
Yeah.
So an age-old saying like life ain't fair is the absolute truth. Life is not fair. So the moment you realize that and give up trying to fight against, you know, unfairness, it's like, dude, what do I have? What can I appreciate that I have? And at the end of the day, you know, you have a marriage, you have like you said, a wife, you have beautiful children, you know, a home to live in, food, you eat every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
obviously.
This is why we're here.
But if you're having trouble with losing weight and you're having trouble finding that motivation, hire a trainer.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's not the cheapest thing. You know, you're probably paying like $60
Yeah,
per session.
but how much are you spending eating out?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it means eating 2 or 3 meals at home to get a trainer, then do it. Fuck it.
There's little things you can do. You know what I mean? Like honestly, a gallon of milk is 8 pounds. Curl that.
Right.
Do 3 sets of curls with gallon. You
Right.
know, you got a little kid. You know, do
That's
shoulder presses with your kids.
I wanted to say that because I used to do
curl
that
your
when I was
kids.
young.
Like
yeah.
I do that with my kids.
You're playing with your kids while exercising.
Yeah,
Like,
my 3-year-old weighs 42 pounds.
yeah.
You know, I pick him up and I curl him,
Mm-hmm.
and I do shoulder presses and I do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And first off, you're creating a memory.
Sure.
Your kid's gonna remember that.
Yeah.
They love that. They
Yeah.
love getting picked up. Love getting tossed around.
Yeah.
And you're working out, and
Yep.
it don't even feel like it. But when you're done, you're breathing
and you're
hard.
setting an example.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, my dad works out. I want to work out.
They see that, and they'll remember that. They'll remember those memories, and they'll remember how they felt, and they'll, you know, you create, you know, Logan right now, my 3-year-old, he's gonna be like me.
Right.
Like he's built like me, he's gonna be a big boy.
Right.
You know, so if I can teach him that now,
Yeah, man.
maybe he won't get to 285
Yeah.
when he's in high school, and he'll be
Yeah.
a solid 180.
Yeah. And that's pivotal, man. When they're kids, it changes the whole direction of their life. You know, you said something interesting earlier that was like, you know, when I go places, I'm the fat guy.
Yeah.
And the same is true for kids. It's like once they're the fat kid in school, that's it. They get treated different. They get made fun of, and so then it's not like us as adults where it's like, I gained weight, I need to lose it. Like we don't see ourselves as fat. It's
Right.
like I gained this weight, right? But when it happens as a child, you believe you're fat. That is how you define yourself. Is I am a fat person.
Right.
It's not something you gained and have to lose, and that just builds all these insecurities, and it gets to a point once they're older and adults, it's damn near impossible to lose.
It's a lot harder, that's for damn sure.
Right.
I weighed in at 358, which I'm sure you'll see a pop-up coming up soon.
Right here.
But, you know, my goal would ultimately, you know, be to get at least down to 250. So if that happens, great. I'm going to keep, you know, I'm giving myself a year to lose that weight. I'm not rushing it. And, you know, the benefits of that going to be, I'm going to be able to run around with my kids and spend more time with my kids and my wife. And ultimately, I get the chest piece that I want to get.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's a life changer, man.
Yeah.
100 pounds is, that's a life changer, dude. It
So.
changes a lot of things.
That's my end game.
Yeah, man.
For Marvel reference for you.
Yeah, right. Man, I wish you luck, man. I'm
I
really
appreciate it.
I'm really happy that you're participating, man. Like you know, you do things and you hope people are gonna participate. So it's just great hearing somebody say that they want to do it.
That's the goal. That's the plan. I plan on sticking to it.
Yeah.
And then
I hope you do, man.
Yeah. To be continued, brother.
Yeah, man.
You know, one step at a time, one day at a time, and I'm just gonna keep fighting.
So Jose, where can people find you? Are you gonna track your movements?
Yeah,
your progress?
I have a Facebook page and I have an Instagram which I don't use. But I'm probably gonna start using my Instagram and my
use the
Facebook.
Instagram. Yeah, I'll post it. He'll look for it. I'll
look
post
for
it by
it.
the
He'll
time the
post it.
video comes up. Also, hashtag a pound of flesh. Shit, man, I might join. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Nah, seriously, I'd like to lose about 20 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah, I think my optimal weight my whole life was when I was about 140.
You gotta start playing soccer there again.
Yeah, I know.
Gotta get out on the field.
I know. It's just I haven't played in so long, so I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Like I went to go see my neighbor play. They're in like an intramural league. These motherfuckers, man, are playing like they got some shit to prove.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, they take it serious.
Well, because they're upset. They didn't go pro. You know what I'm saying? They got their kids watching and shit. Like, look at your daddy. Look at you. You know what I'm saying?
This
Like,
how your papi play soccer.
I used to fuck SS up, Holmes. Like, nah, dude. And you know, it was just motherfuckers slammed into motherfuckers. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, chill.
Well, let's try to get on the practice
Say
squad then.
FIFA. That's what I was looking for. I told my neighbor that. I was like, dude, I
Like, can
just
I
want
just practice with y'all?
right. Like, I just want like a bunch of dads who bring a 6-pack and
Yeah.
you know just fucking run around and have fun. These motherfuckers had shit to prove. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, dog. They got their third wife on the sideline, little Russian chick. They're trying to show off, man. I'm like, yo, chill. I'm just here to like fucking do something on Sunday. All right, man. Well, thanks for joining, man. I really
No
appreciate
problem,
you
brother.
coming through. I definitely appreciate you participating, man. Because
I thank you
obviously
for...
it's all for nothing if nobody participates.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
No, it's definitely a motivational factor. Like, it was a great idea for you to think of that and just think of a way to help, you know, because I know originally it came from your friend, you know, and thinking that, and I mean, you spoke about it while you were chatting me, and I thought it was a great idea. I think it is a great idea, and hopefully, I really do hope more people join in.
Yeah.
You know,
I appreciate
hashtag a
that,
pound
man.
of flesh.
Yeah, pound of flesh. Hashtag pound of flesh, and you can keep up on people's progress. You can also follow Jose. Like I said, I'm gonna put up a link for him. You know, even if it's just dropping comments, man, just to keep them motivated, that's always appreciated. If you want to join in, hit me up, DM me, email me, hit up, you know, my the number in my bio. Just get in contact with me, man. I'd love to have more participation. I'm excited to do this. Like I said, I'm probably gonna join in myself, and yeah, man, just get in contact with me. And you know, once again, it's very simple. For every pound you lose, that's 1% discount. Very simple. So if you're gonna get tattooed anyway, and you got an appointment in a month, 2 months, 3 months, next year, whatever, that at least now you have a timeline. So thank you for clicking on the video. Like, share, subscribe, do all that kind of fun stuff. Drop some comments, give me some ideas, and that's about it, man. So once again, thank you for coming, Jose.
Thank you
I
for
really
having me.
appreciate it. And thank you all for tuning in. Goodbye. Boom. We did it.
There it is.
We did it, Holmes.
Charlie, way.
Charlie way, no mames. Hey, look at me. I'm fucking famous.
Fat people unite. We're like the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. We're a fat bot.
Gorditos. Let's unite.